Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Thank You universe. One more, please. Challenge. Come on in. Say hello when you get here. As always, I am excited to get with you all today. Wow, super excited for this event. So come on in. This has been on my mind for a little while, and I thought, what a perfect way to kick off some goodness, some energy. The kids go back to school, and I always know that like September for me kind of feels like New Year's. So I thought to myself, I think it's time for a challenge. We have so many good things going on as well, and I just really wanted to, create some momentum for you all and realign to your manifestation mojo, so to speak. So come on in, say hello when you get here. I am seeing a couple of you pop on. We went all out on notifications today, so you could join me this morning on Saturday. So thank you for being here. If you're watching me live, give me a hashtag live. Good morning, say hello. I hope I get comments today. Every now and then the chats go crazy, but say hello. And if you're watching me on replay, let me know as well, hashtag replay, and we'll get going and rock the house. So for those of you that are new to me or new to Evolution of You, I'm Lori Gina Opal, and I am the coach and creator of this space. We used to be called the Manifestation 100. So if you're wondering, like, I know her face, but I don't remember, like, the connection, it's because the Manifestation 100 was the name of this group, and we, as things evolved, moved into the name Evolution of You. The Manifestation 100 is alive and well. Actually, yesterday we celebrated 9 years birthday for that programming, and so it's been a lot of fun to reminisce and connect with some of you that have just been around my world for a really long time. So I'm excited to get with you today to really beat the drum of Thank You universe. One more, please. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit about what we're gonna do in this mini challenge. And when I say mini challenge, it's just because it's a 3-day challenge. Now I see lots and lots of gratitude challenges that have sprung up across the earth, I guess. And sometimes they're like, hey, for 30 days, we're going to be grateful every day. And I love that because I know the power of gratitude and I know the power of a grateful heart. Maybe you've heard the quote, begin each day begin each day with a grateful heart. And that is so powerful. But for our purposes, I wanted to have this challenge, this event even, be more of an infusion. And you know that I like to give you things in these challenges. Sometimes we'll do 5 things for 5 days. This challenge is going to be the same. I want it to feel like energy work. I want it to feel like an activation. And yes, be grateful every day. But what is so important is that we kind of put our toe back in the water on some of the most basic of steps. And this one has been calling to come out of me for a little while. So I know that over the years, I have taught you lots about Thank You universe, one more please, and you see it pop up for good reason. It is a big part and a big come from in what I teach you, energetically speaking, playfully even, and there's a reason for that, and we're going to get into those things over the next 3 days. But I wanted this workshop, I guess, to feel like energy work. I wanted it to be an infusion. I wanted it to be an activation and a fast one. So I have this mantra, when you shift, life shifts, right? And I also believe that change can happen very quickly. And that means, when we make a decision to really change our energy, we can do it quickly. And this is an inroad to that. And while this isn't the only thing that I would teach you about manifestation, this is a manifestation practice all in its own right to a degree. So it's something that you can use. It's something that I think you'll experience results with quickly. And it's something that you'll be able to get your arms around and have some fun with. And for me and for so many others, it's been really life-changing. And you know what? I don't always plan for these things, but this is how it unfolded. Some time ago, maybe years ago, I started writing on my whiteboard in my office, "Thank you, universe, one more please." And this is when I was building my coaching practice. This is when I was like very focused on, finding my soul tribe. And so every single time one of my soul tribe would land on my doorstep and say, "Oh my gosh, I resonate with you so much," or they would come in and say, "I want to learn what you're teaching," I would say, "Oh my gosh, thank you, universe, one more please," because my work has always been like so incredibly important to me. And every single time I would feel that like click in and that like deep connection, I would just sit back and say, "Thank you, universe, one more please." And that meant one more soul sister, one more soul brother, one more soul family, please walk into my world, because it was so important for me to connect really with all of you. And this is pre-Evolution of You group. This is pre-Facebook. This is pre-Manifestation 100. This is pre-lots of things, as I've journeyed along this path. And so I think it was one of my first courses that I taught. I was going, "Oh, this is like amazing connection. Thank you, universe. One more, please." And so it got to be like my own secret like manifesting stash. And I have things like that like tend to work for Lori, but I wouldn't necessarily give them to you because there's such a Loriism, right? And so this one more please notion, people come in and go, "Why do you say that? That sounds so weird." And I think it kind of does too. One more please. And so why do you say that? I'm going to tell you about that today as well. But people come into my community and they're like, "Okay, I get the thank you, universe, and I get the gratitude, but what's this one more please? And what's this hashtag TYUOMP?" And so we're gonna dial in. So let me reel back again. When I was in those days, what I found is that when I would drop into that space, not just say the words, but truly, truly embodied, truly, truly the feeling place of, what I found was in that celebration and in that reveling and in that calling forth, I attracted all of you, and I attracted so much more to be grateful for. And I want you to know that it really was a celebration. So what I learned early on in my manifesting conscious creation efforts, teachings, learnings, digging, what I learned is to be in celebration. I learned to be in deep appreciation and gratitude. And I watched the energy of myself and of the field and of my life respond to it. And it always kind of blew my mind, right? So fast forward somewhere in the last 9 years for sure, I introduced "Thank you, universe, one more please" to this community. And little did I know that this little saying would become, would create a wave of good, would create a wave of, we made a hashtag, right? We made a hashtag on it back in the day. But this little saying not only became a way of good, but it really became something for us to anchor to when we are both looking for the things to, bring us to a different place when we're feeling stuck, but also when we're seeking to manifest more of that which we desire. So when we say, "Thank you, universe, one more please," it holds deep meaning. And I've been preaching to you all for years, is to watch how you hold these words. And so no better way than a 3-day event to get really crystalline again about how we hold these words, and even more so how we can use these words as an inroad to opening more gateways to being in more alignment. And so welcome to the Thank You Universe, One More Please 3-day Deep Dive Gratitude Challenge. I know it's a mouthful. You can shorten it up if you want to Gratitude Challenge, but it really truly is more than that, because it's not so much the words, it's the feeling behind the word. And if you've been studying manifesting for a long time, you can know that When you say words, just words, you can say words that don't have meaning or words that have negative meaning. You can say the same words that have so much meaning. So I can say, thank you, universe, one more, please. I can say, thanks, universe, one more, please. I can say, thanks, universe, one more, please, right? They all hold a different vibe. But the one that works, the one that actually moves you, and we're going to talk about what it means to be moved tomorrow. I'm going to talk a lot about embodiment. Today I'm going to set you up, but we're going to literally move your energy so that you move your life. You know, I don't see a whole bunch of, there's not a whole bunch of point to doing the work unless you know how to do the work correctly. And how we do the work correctly is coming from the feeling place. That's it. It's like I got to feel the feels so I can move my world. So life shifts when you do. When you're moved, the field of consciousness moves, right? So we come into this work with just some basics, like I'm a powerful creator. I'm standing on the field of consciousness. The field of consciousness is responding to my vibe, my feeling, my now, where I'm holding myself. And if I'm holding myself in powerful alignment, and if I'm holding the feeling place, the vibe of what I'm going to teach you today about thank you, universe, one more, please, it's no denying. Life starts shifting. So raise your hand, and I am not seeing anything much today, but raise your hand if can you guys say hi to me this morning? Will somebody drop me a comment? I just am curious to see I'm not getting comments on my phone. Okay. All right. Aw, you guys. Okay, I don't know why this happens, but occasionally it happens. Anna, hey. Marlene, hi. Katrina, Jennifer, hello. Awesome. And I see you now. Okay. I'm like, where is everyone? What the heck? Yeah, there's me. Let me just get situated because I want to be able to see some of your stuff here. Oh, cool. Oh, Catherine, awesome. Charity, hi. Charlotte, hi. Awesome. You had a hummingbird come up to your face. Oh my God. I love this. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are with me. I was kind of like, I see you, but I don't really hear you at all. Oh, and Luna's in the house. Suzette, hello. Sharon, hello. Ellen Braden, Evie, hello. Melanie, hi. Awesome. Laura, sweet. Mary, awesome. Well, if you're watching me on replay, type replay. If you're watching me live, absolutely. I'll try to peek at the comments here, but sometimes I get rolling and you know how I go. I get rolling. So, holy smokes, right? So if you are new, and if you go to our group and you type in these letters, TYUOMP, you will see so many conversations about thank you, universe, one more, please. And how many times people have just, I want to give you a doorway. I always want to give you gateways so you can feel the power of the work and even the broader work. But there's this powerful thing. I went and typed in my own group, TYUOMP, right here. And we're flooded with conversations about thank you, universe, one more, please. And so for the next few days, I want to drop us into the emotion, the feeling place, the experience, because this is challenge style, the energy work, the activation of the power behind these words, because it is bigger than words and it is an activation. And I would go so far to say that it's an activation that's even greater than, I'm going to just think about something I'm grateful for every day. So I was, kind of teasing with you going, this isn't your average gratitude challenge. This is your deep dive gratitude challenge because it's an infusion and activation that is broader. And to be really honest, it doesn't have to be necessarily something that you have to go journal every day, although you can. It's more of a space you hold, and it's more about the alignment and the becoming of you. So are we ready? I just wanted to so tee you up. So why do you suppose, guys and gals and peeps, Why do we suppose this is important? Can you tell me why this level of alignment is important? I think that you know the answer, but I want to dial you in. I'm going to bring up comments. Can you tell me why this is important energetically? Can you tell me why this is important on in the world of manifesting? Can you tell me why it's important for life? How about love? How about business? How about love, joy, purpose, health, freedom, right? How about creating abundance? Why is this important? The simplest explanation is that we're standing on this magnetic field of consciousness, and that which you focus on expands. That's the simplest. But do you know that when you focus on gratitude, I'm going to see your, yeah, Suzette, it brings more of what you want into your life. We are magnetic. We are magnetic. We are magnetic. And when we focus there, we become more magnetic. So if you want to stand in your power, come on up. If you want to stand in your power, this is a gateway. So I teach a lot of different things. So I want you to know that this is like foundational in the work, and you are going to create some results. I promise you. People come in and create results. But I want you to stay focused on one thing. I don't want you, because there's what I want to say. There's an exception to this rule. So I say, why do you want to do it? But I want you to realize that if you do it to be in the do and to be in the get and to be in the, I'm going to be grateful so I get that thing that I want to create. It tips your energy just a little bit. And it's not that it doesn't get you to lean in, and that's the whole point. But I want you to feel like I'm going to stand in this place with expectancy, with curiosity, with openness, and with some delight of what is maybe coming my way because of it. Because if you say, I'm going to do this gratitude challenge so I manifest better, so I get that car that I want, there's some resistance in that. So I want you to feel the feeling of, I'm going to tend to my becoming. Can I be open to anything as possible? Can I unhook myself totally from the outcome? What would that feel like? And if you want to I just want to become a better manifester, that's okay. I just want you to see this bigger picture. Because every time someone comes with I'm really stuck and I need to fix this quick, we tend to not evolve ourselves in the process. And everything I want for you is like, I want you to become powerful creators. So it's not that I don't want you to morph the dream board. I do, because we can live our vision boards, and very quickly, by the way. But what I want for you is to like go, holy smokes, I'm actually super powerful. And my dream board, it's not an if it's happening, it's just a matter of it unfolding. So there's a difference between I'm manifesting this thing, but I'm not developing myself, or I can go, I'm going to develop myself because I want to be kick-ass powerful. And that's always what I've held for you. I've always held, like, I want to help you transform yourself so that you never step back into powerlessness again. And you might say, well, how does a gratitude challenge like do that? It's because it activates something in you. It's because you can feel the power of yourself turn on when you turn your attention to something like this. So this is sort of why we do what we do. And it does bring more of that which you desire. It does make you a vibrational match to the dream board. But even more so, like, what would it be like if you said, for once and for all, I want to feel like I really, truly create my reality with intention. We walk around, and sometimes myself included, and this comes out of my mouth, right, often, but we walk around saying, well, I know that, but we don't do it. We don't embody it. We say, I know. And so we get a little spiritually, in our know, like I know that already. Like I know that all of you sitting here with me today get it. I know that you know, but we're not embodied, or we're not in action, or we're not doing the thing, or we're in our spiritual, little bit of, mind stuff that say, well, that doesn't, I don't have to do it because I know it. And I'm saying, do it and then do it again and then activate it again and stand in it again and watch who you become. Because who you become today and who you become 3 months from now or 12 months from now or 60 days, or sorry, like however many days from now, right? A year from now, you can't imagine. From where you are now, you can't always imagine where you could be when you're embodied. So tomorrow we're going to talk about embodied. Today I want to tee you up. So raise your hand. I'm going to go back to comments. Raise your hand if you can feel the activation of this energy already as I hold really truly what's possible for you, and as I nudge you into becoming more of who you are through this tiny little principle. It's a powerful one. Yeah, Ellen Braden, never step into powerlessness again. Exactly. Sharon, gratitude brings me into a deeper feeling and place to be open to create anything. Yeah, it's gateway work, right? So, okay, I love your comments and they're popping and now I can't catch them. Okay, so I'm going to read you this. So people come into the community, they come into my world and they're like, what's TYUOMP? What is that? And people respond, it's thank you, universe, one more, please. And so I'm going to read this to you because I want you to get into the feeling of this, and then I want you to use it. And so these six words will change the way you manifest. And it's because of what we're going to ignite behind them. Revel in them. And keyword is rebel. And the law of attraction will bow to you. Because like a gratitude prayer, there are layers of magnetism and energetic alignment and philosophy within them. I want you to hear these words. I chose them so carefully when I wrote this years ago. Layers of magnetism and energetic alignment and philosophy, packed up as frequency, are layered within them. Thank you, universe, one more please, became more than a mantra. It became a way to activate appreciation for all that you have and all that's coming. It became a way to invite your good to flow right into your reality as you focus on it. It became a way to transmute darkness into light, scarcity into abundance, and fear into love. It's all of that. And when the words flow from your mouth, ignited by your heart, it's energy work if you allow it to be. Who in this room loves energy work? The key is to feel it. Rest your eyes on these words and your heart on the energy they hold, and drop into the feeling place that exists for you right here. And if you're reading this or seeing this coincidentally, right, at the right place, at the right time, know that you are lining up with the universal unfolding for yourself and what you need in this exact moment. So we're going to go deeper in a moment, but if you want to see this article, we pinned it. Is it there, babe? We pinned it, honey? We pinned it at the top of this live stream. Are you guys seeing that? By chance? Are you seeing that at the top of the live? We are? Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so at the top of this live stream, we have this article that I wrote. You guys have seen it, some of you, and some of you it's maybe new, but it's what I'm reading. So this is a 2-part energy work, all right? And I'm gonna teach you how to apply this into your daily life, at least for the next 3 days, and I hope forever, because it really is powerful. So part 1, thank you, universe. What I see people doing is being like, you know what I mean? Thanks, universe. And I don't know how it caught on, but somewhere it caught on, and now a lot of people are saying thanks, universe, and that's tremendous. But let me feel into this with you, because when I, as a healer, have learned about energy work, you can take something that is like thank you, universe, and imagine making an installation into these words. It's kind of like as defined by Webster's dictionary, right? No, this is like as defined by me. So my poetry that I infused energetically into Thank You Universe and I offered to you was to be like this. Now feel this as I say it. Thank you, universe. What's installed in here? There's an installation, you guys. I put it in. It feels like this. I stand in massive gratitude and appreciation. And as I do, I become a vibrational match to love. I honor the divine unfolding that brought me this beauty, this experience in my reality, this magic, this moment of awe, and I am beyond grateful. I have chills. I feel this appreciation in my core and I revel in pure delight. I am overwhelmed with appreciation and delight as this magic flows through me and my life. And now when you say thank you, universe, can you feel this? It's like, that's what I meant. It wasn't like off the cuff, thanks, universe. It was like, oh my God. Let me stand in revel for a moment in the fact that I cannot make up the beauty that I'm standing in right now. It might be in my life, in my abundance, in love, in my relationships, in myself, you name it. Oh my gosh, this is like savoring. This is like coming to like massive deep satisfaction with the delivery of this perfection. Do you feel the shift? You can't go into gratitude like, I am grateful for my mom, I am grateful for my dad. When my kids were little, we would tuck them into bed and it was the cutest thing ever. And I'd say, what are you grateful for today? What did you appreciate about today? And my daughter would go, I'm grateful for mommy, daddy, Kisa, grandma, my brothers and sisters, my fish. She would go on this little list, you know? And yes to that, okay? I'm not knocking that. But when you lean in and say, let me stop for a minute and like, I'm gonna stand in massive gratitude and appreciation for actually all that I have and all that's been offered and all that's coming. There is a different activation that happens. And so more on this tomorrow, but I want you to feel this. And when we go to one more, please raise your hand if you felt like that was weird when you got here with me or that you think it's weird now. That's okay, because it is kind of weird. One more, please. It's so hokey. It's a Loriism, you guys. It's a tail end Loriism, but this is the installation energetically in healing work. I call that, it's a macro, right? So we take all of this meaning and redefine this phrase. And so it's an installation. So when I say it, when you say it, it's my intention that you activate all this. So I'm saying this so that you activate all this. One more, please. Feel the feeling behind this. Not hokey, but like this. I consciously open myself up to receiving this and something more. Wow. Oh my God. I open my heart to all that you have in store for me. One more, one more, one more, one more. You feel the flow? I humbly detach from the outcome and I trust this unfolding. There's a law of detachment in here. I mean, this is so layered in magnetism, these two things. There's universal law all over this language and it is so intentional. I go on. I trust that the universe is conspiring in my favor, that everything is happening for me, delivering circumstance beyond my imagination. I mean, whoa. I joyfully play and dance with the energy of the universe because when I do, I become a match to source, to limitlessness, right? To endless possibility. And now when you say, one more please, feel into the layers of receiving that you've just activated, because this is a sequence. And you guys know I teach in sequences. That's how I download. That's how my guidance talks to me. It's in sequences. Part 1, thank you, universe. Part 2, one more, please. This is an activation sequence. This is, I am so grateful and I am so standing in appreciation and I am so reveling. And as I go there, oh my God, can you feel? Where's your vibration? What can you imagine that you are a vibrational match to? Abraham Hicks, and I've said it a zillion times, says this: appreciation of others and the appreciation of self is the highest vibrational match to source energy we've seen anywhere in this universe. And guess what's a match to this? Gratitude, appreciation, thank you. What's next in the sequence? One more, please. And that is like, I open myself up to receive. Most of us have hiccups in our energy about receiving. We don't think we deserve. We don't think we should. We can't just say thank you. We have to say thank you. You shouldn't have. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And so this receiver vibration needs to be worked on. This is a step one for that. Like, look at, I can be a really good manifester, but if I'm not open to receive, oh my God, forget about it. One more, please, is the conscious opening up of my receiver channel. It is the conscious opening up. Why is our receiver channel down in the first place? Well, it's called childhood. It's called generational trauma. It's called, our wounds. It's called, lots of different things. You hear everyone is all abuzz about, healing your nervous system. I call it ego. I call it mind, whatever. I call it subconscious, right? It's kind of all the same. We've all had past experiences that shut down our receiver and make us think that we don't deserve. This is a step one inroad. I deserve to receive, and I open myself up to it. There is layers of magnetism in these words. This is energy work and built, so to speak, exactly that way for a reason. So first, I'm so in gratitude and I'm celebrated, and the next I open up for more, and there's this string of breadcrumbs that gets to be delivered to you synchronistically, magically, when we start opening that up. Yes, do I want you to be doing other things? Yes, I want you to hold your vision and love yourself and work on your worthiness and all of the things. And if you want to heal your nervous system, let this work be an inroad to it, because people are talking about their wounds differently and they're talking about nervous system healing, but what it comes down to is it's different language. So we are reprogramming energetically and emotionally and starting to trust ourselves more, and that is very healing in this work. It's extremely therapeutic. So you might not think that something like thank you, universe, could be so therapeutic, but when you actually pick up that journal and you start to do the work, or you start saying, there's a synchronicity. Thank you, universe. One more, please. What? Or you say, that song just played on the radio. Thank you, universe. One more, please. Or I just dodged a weird bullet in my life. Thank you, universe. One more, please. I say that because I dodged a bullet recently, and I was like, thank you. I'm glad that opportunity didn't come to my way. Right? So it's like, we start to see life through a different lens, We see this life through a different lens, and it isn't just about thank you, universe, one more, please, but it's about like really truly living on this amazing field of consciousness, remembering who we are, remembering where we are, and being in this toolbox. So raise your hand. Tell me if you feel that. It is energy work, and I am not. Throw me some hearts, would you, if you feel that? I have to pop. Let me turn this. I have to pop back over to my screen because I am not seeing comments here. Oh yeah, do you resonate? Are you resonating? Ellen Braden, exactly. I just found 35 cents on my walk today and saw scads of butterflies. Thank you, universe, one more, please. And don't measure those, because some people would say, well, they were only 35 cents. And I'm like, well, what if it was 35,000? That would be okay, right? Is the universe able to create that kind of flow and unfolding for us? Yes. The answer is yes. So awesome. Laura, hi, darling. I feel myself going into heart space and unclutching in open and receiving place. Yes. All right. I want to continue that exact vibe. Catherine, I'm magic. Yes, you are. Okay. All right. So here's what I want you to do from the place of openness, from the place of curiosity, from the place of activating this frequency. Because what's on the other side of that is so delightful. Yes, do it if you want to become a better manifester, but don't do it because you are quick fixing. Do it for the evolution of you, and do it for the standing in your power. That's why we called this the evolution of you. Yes, we are so manifesting, but it isn't about a quick fix. It's about a quick evolution and a transformation of you that has you, oh my gosh, going the distance for your entire journey, for your entire life. This is about a toolbox. So here's what I want to do. So I'm going to bring some structure to you. Okay, so I'm going to bring some structure to you. Does anyone in this room like the structures? Because you know, I like manifesting stacks, I like sacred sequences, I like structures. So for the next 3 days, who here is going to be willing to play with me? Who here is going to be willing to play with me? Because I want you to do 4 things, 5 things over the next few days. In your journal, or in your mind, or in your heart, or as you're driving down the road. But what I want you to do is these 4 things. And I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. But there are, the way that I see it, and I can differentiate this a little bit. But for the purpose of this little gratitude challenge, which is a big one, I want us to focus on 4 kinds of gratitude. You can do them all, which I highly suggest, or you can pick one. But this isn't like, I just want you to find something you're grateful for today and like write it down. I don't want you to do that. I want you to practice these 4 kinds of gratitude and appreciation. And then I want you to go into, thank you, universe, one more, please. Let me explain. So there is a reflection and a contemplation that will open up energetic gateways in your field. This I know for sure. So if you just give this a whirl, you will be overjoyed. We can't make sense of it, but we will feel it. And I want you to come to me tomorrow and say, holy smokes, this is starting to open me up already, because that's what I believe. So if you can feel yourself shifting just in the potential here, you're gonna really like this. So 4 kinds of appreciation. The first one is what was, all right? You can stand in massive gratitude and appreciation for what was. I remember a conversation in this lesson, Abraham Hicks has this quote or this lesson on how the distinction between gratitude and appreciation, and I reflected on that in the M100. But it's the difference between gratitude and appreciation. And they at that time felt gratitude was kind of looking back, where appreciation kind of felt looking forward. And maybe that's true. I also have seen where those can be intermixed. But what I want to turn your attention to is think about something right now in your past. What was, when you think about what was, that you can stand in massive gratitude and appreciation for. And maybe it's because things turned out. Maybe because you learned something. Maybe it's because you became something. Maybe it's because the events went in a way that you couldn't imagine. Maybe it's because you had an experience that blew your mind. Maybe it was something truly, truly to celebrate. Maybe it was, I don't know. But I want you to find the thing that says, oh my gosh, I'm going to look back at what was, and I'm going to dig into that for a minute, and I'm going to stand in massive gratitude and appreciation for that. The next kind of appreciation. I'm going to stand in massive gratitude and appreciation for what is. Kind number 2. What is? What is in your is right now moment? And it could be the fact that your air conditioner's working. It could be the fact that you see trees changing. It could be the butterfly that just landed on your shoulder. It could be that your now, your is moment was yesterday, because it's like, you know, all right here. Maybe that's is for you. And maybe you have coffee with a friend. Maybe you know what I mean? Like have another opportunity, maybe something. Maybe you got the day off and weren't expecting it. There are a lot of things in your is right now that you can stand truly, truly, truly in gratitude and appreciation for. For me, it's like every single sync, every single synchronicity, every single nudge, every single whisper, everything that I see, sometimes to the nth degree, is speaking to me in my now moment. And I am literally so grateful. Thank you, universe, one more please style, for the path that lights up in my now. I swear to you, that all by itself is just, it taps you right into the magic. Kind number 3, what's coming, all right? I want you to feel deep gratitude and deep appreciation for what's coming. That is, they will say, gratitude in advance, okay? So what is gratitude in advance? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And here's where it starts to get trickier, you guys. It starts to get trickier because we're like, well, how can I be grateful for something that I don't even know yet? And, well, that's called leap of faith. That's called trust. That's called unhooking from the outcome. And there's a skill to some of this, but I want you to try it on. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, even if you can't predict, even if you don't know how it's coming, where it's coming from, who's orchestrating that, and how you will be good enough for that, right? Or deserving enough to have that come into your life, even if you don't, because that's not what it's about. This is about the activation of the energy. This is about the activation of a frequency. And this is literally about, unhooking completely from how you think it needs to come. So it gets trickier, right? The 4th way is called as if it's done. I'll repeat these in a second. But the 4th way is to be grateful as if it's done. So number 3 was be grateful for what's coming, right? This is be grateful. Be grateful as if it's done. So I teach this technique, and I have this exercise that I do with some of my groups and in some of my programming, and it's called standing in the memory of your future, right? But the closest that I can give it to you for today is to stand in gratitude and appreciation as if it's done. So 4 kinds, right? It's what was, what is, what's coming, and as if it's done. Those 4. And the reason that I want you to feel like the how do I be grateful? Do I just walk around and say, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for this, I love that, that's so nice? Yes, but when you bring structure to your practice and your brain can kind of see like, oh, there's all these ways to activate this vibration, that's kind of cool, because if I can't find something to be grateful for what was, because I'm so irritated with my past right now, or I'm so irritated with my present right now, I can reach somewhere. Now, you're going to get really good at reaching into all of these things. What was, what is, what's coming, as if it's done. All of those things, okay? And then our job is to be mining for those things, activating the frequency, embodying the frequency of those things, and pulling in the energy of thank you, universe, one more, please. Because you can pull in any energy as you look at the past events of what was, what is, what's coming, and as if it's done, you can pull in all kinds of different energy, including the energy of, I don't know how it's going to happen anyway, so whatever. You feel that? Or you can pull in the energy of, okay, thank you, universe. I stand in massive gratitude and appreciation right now. And as I do, I become a vibrational match to love. And I honor the unfolding that brought me this beauty, this experience, this reality. Oh my gosh, this magical moment. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I got to get up over myself. I got to get up over this. And I'm going to, with intention, activate this 2-part sequence that's infused with magic into my 4 kinds of gratitude and appreciation. If you cannot do all of them, pick one. If you cannot do them on paper, do them as you're driving down the road. If you cannot do them as you're driving down the road, do them when you're brushing your teeth, right? It's the practice, it's the consistency in the practice that makes the energy, the energetics move. So it's really interesting with consistency and attention to our growth. It's really interesting how we grow. And the speed at which we grow. Does that make sense? We think we know, we write this stuff off. I love you all so much, but I know a lot of seekers at this point of my journey that we're looking for the next best, shiniest thing, and we forget to walk through the simplest of gateways, this being one of them. There's a few, but we forget to walk through the simplest of gateways, and we get, we tip and go, why isn't it working anymore? Well, it's because we're not moving, and we haven't moved our energy with the simplest universal laws. So stand in gratitude, stand in the deepest kind of appreciation that you can find that activates this energy for what was, what is, what's coming, or as if it's done. Can you imagine activating energy for something as if it's already done? I already have that. Conjuring the vision so powerfully as if it's done that you go, oh my gosh, I am so grateful for that experience, this job, this opening, this yearly income, this relationship, this, your vision board. Can you imagine? The energy that gets moved is profound, and we forget. So thank you, universe, one more, please. I'm coming back to remind you, and I'm also coming back, if this is your first go around with me, to say, come along, because the frequencies here can create so much shift in your energy. And while I will be the first one to say it's not about the quick fixes, you can quickly shift and create quick result. But it isn't about stopping there. It's about, where can I go from here? So when you see result here, can I go deeper? Can I dig further? How can I conjure this frequency? How can I install it in my life, in my daily life? I'll probably talk about that in the next couple of days too. So are you feeling me on this? Let me go back to my chat. How are you guys doing? How does this feel? Send me some love if you are resonating. Are you resonating with this? Thank you, Charlotte. What was, what is, what's coming, and as if it's done. Yes. Does this resonate? So who's willing to commit at least for the next few days to feel this? And when I go into the feeling place, because we're going to talk about calibration, we're going to talk about embodiment, we're going to talk about feeling tomorrow, and leaning in. We're going to just tweak this a little bit tomorrow. I want you to surrender to, almost that, I want you to surrender to the thing that you can't see on the other side. Meaning, I wonder what could open up for me if I sat with these 4 things, what was, what is, what's coming, and as if it's done, and I found something and I allowed myself to drop into the 2-part energy work of thank you, universe, one more please, because it doesn't look like riffing it off your mouth. It looks like feeling it in your bones, because when you feel it in your bones and you embody it in your bones in your now, it creates a ripple effect, not only into your own auric field, in your own field of consciousness, right? In your own field, but other people's fields, and it's pretty magical. So you create that in your now, and you create results for yourself in your now, and you commit to, I don't know what's on the other side of this, but I'm going to trust that I'm going to know. So I want you to feel into this, have fun with it. This is our work for the next couple days. And yes, if you just want to do it your way, I mean, this is like Lori's way, but I really want us to play and dial this up and have you just sit in these questions and sit in these reflections and install this energy, because everything is energy. And while this earth seems so predictable some days, what I love is the unpredictability of magic when we start shifting our own life. So So with that said, everyone, I hope this was fun and I hope it was helpful. I hope that it opened up some energy for you as I spoke today and as we like tapped into a different flow. And I hope the structure gives you something to play with and work with this week and this weekend. And we are just gonna rock it out. So I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. We're gonna get in the feels tomorrow and even get this more in our bones. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.